Yep, I'm back. I'm not even gonna try to say like why this one is gonna go fast because yeah, I tried a video before and it was so much force that I said 5 minutes in I was like fuck this and just threw the video out the window. So I'm gonna hit you with this. This is a different what if Naruto because yeah, I'm gonna dip my feet into that community again for this. The shit is so cursed that I legit quit what if Naruto, and if you don't know why, I'm not even gonna link them shits in because I don't even want to associate with that shit. That shit is really disgusting. Koshina, Tsunade, his brother is fucking hot. This cough is bad. Damn. Harold, one marriage. Oh damn, I think I'm dying. Yeah, I'm good, bro. Matter of fact, 1 second. Yeah, I'm back after I had to go to the hospital because they certified me with why the fuck are you doing this shit when this community is cursed at itis? As in, I'm coughing up blood at the fact that I'm thinking of these fucking what ifs. Uh, seal. Anyway, anyway, oh my gosh, I can't even. You can't even fathom how much bullshit these fucking communities are. Deku is okay. Asta, I don't even want to. I don't even look at the Asta one, but fucking, you can't even explain that. Just, I have an idea. I have a very good idea actually. After this video, it's gonna be one of its kind because no one. I'm pretty sure no one has done it, thus making it me original and me the creator of something. Anyway, so how about this? What if Naruto was you know that clan in Shippuden? That wasn't Shippuden. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, cause I remember that. They carry fucking that joke is still in my head. But anyway, you know that clan that fucking Sasuke fought with like the metal shit. You know, like the eyes is like they were arguably like equal to the fucking Uchiha in terms of genjutsu, but they are damn near wiped off the face of the earth. Wow, that really brings a bell, doesn't it, the Uchiha? Huh. What if Naruto wasn't Uchiha? That shit is horrible. Because then you can't even word that. Hmm. I need to remember whatever that. I'm just calling the eyes. Uh. So how about? Hmm. Actually, yeah, I pretty much know what they are. They're mainly specialized in genjutsu, water, and lightning. Well, not the lightning part. I just put that in because I wanted to. So here's how it's gonna go. So Deku is born to Kushina, who's obviously Uzumaki, and Minato. Instead of being Namikaze, he's that clan's name, which I do not know how to say that clan name. Matter of fact, let me pause real quick and tell you the clan name. Chinoike? Ike? I don't know. Chinoike? I don't know. I'm gonna just name them Chino. The Chinos. The Chinos. No, that sounds like a derogatory term. That's just why do I feel like that's low key a racist term for a community that I'm not gonna say. I don't think it is. I'll have to ask my friend, well, my other hand member. But yeah, besides that, shit, I don't even know. So yeah, born to that same bullshit happened. Still nine. Matter of fact, yeah, still Nine Tails. And before you say anything, no, I'm not gonna be one of them niggas who be like, oh, it's because he has a Nine Tails. You started talking to her earlier. You start getting along with it, nigga. No, I'm going off a canon. The fuck? What do I look like giving this nigga special privileges? Like, nigga, no one gets special privileges around here. You and I don't get special privileges. And I'm a whatever. The fuck? The hell am I? Y'all thinking like, oh, this nigga about to be like some godly shinobi with genjutsu in the fucking Nine Tails cloak at like 10 years old. The fuck are you on? Who the fuck thinks that? The door is like right over there. This nigga about to have to train for that shit. He ain't getting that shit for a while. The fuck y'all? Talking about fucking this nigga learning Nine Tails at an early age. Nine Tails wasn't even sweating this nigga at a young age. He was like, bro, what you? They're looking at him like, Man, just because this kid is, I'm in this kid's body, I have to help this nigga. That's exactly what the Naruto was on. He was not on some fuck shit. He was like, kid, this is my room. And he's like, kid, this is my body. So anyway, let's talk about this. Damn. Anyway, my bad. I'm watching a DVD stream, and he just clapped some guy's cheeks. Well, it wasn't a guy. It was a girl. Cause that's a flashlight save. Any fucking way. That was, I forgot that move name. All right. So yeah, he's born to that clan, and he's an orphan like usual. But instead of like being like a regular orphan, I'm gonna say, well, besides Donzo paying more attention to him than usual. In fact, yeah, no. Actually, this is a hard one because him and Sasuke wouldn't get along like usual, but definitely not gonna get along even more now because of his fucking eyes. But Sasuke never heard of this clan, actually. That's the weird thing, is like for a clan that routed the Uchiha for a bit, he never heard of it until Boruto. At least I think he didn't. Well, it doesn't matter either way. So, Naruto obviously goes to the same thing problems that he does in canon, because he has an abundance of chakra, not being able to use it properly, and all that shit. So, that's how it is in canon. What the fuck was that? Anyway. Fuck. I pretty sure my mind just said stuttered on me for a second. So I had to kick it back in the gear and said, so same shit as usual. Mizuki. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just skip through that part because we all know how that shit goes. So Mizuki, yada yada, same shit as usual. Steals the scroll, learns Shadow Clone. Matter of fact, no, fuck this. So he'll steal a scroll, and he wouldn't learn about Shadow Clone Jutsu. He learn about his clan more, and he learns some water and lightning techniques because I don't even know how they unlock their eyes. I think they just I don't know because it was never shown. So I think they just use them. I think. So he'd learn about his clan. He'd read about it in the scroll because he'd steal it a lot earlier and have him more time to read it. Yes, because I'm doing that shit just to give him some plot device. So he'd learn some water and lightning moves. So he learned his technique. I said not his technique. Actually, no, he wouldn't learn some water and lightning moves. He learned his genjutsu, which, if you give me a second, it is named Kits. I can't even pronounce it. Kitsurigan. I don't know. There's a Y in there. I don't know why it's in there, but it's in there. But yeah, Kitsurigan, and it's basically I'm gonna read that off later because I don't want to read that off now because I'm lazy as fuck. So with that being said, he learns about this and learns that his clan has a natural affinity for water and lightning. So he gets ready. So as soon as he gets ready to learn that, Iruka pops up like, "Hey, little nigga, what you doing? Why you got the scroll? Why you got this secret ass scroll?" And he was like, "Oh, Mizuki." And he's like, "Oh, fuck, that's what happened." Because Naruto's smart. He's like, so basically Naruto said, "Oh, Mizuki," and he was like, "I got played." And Iruka said, "We both did." And same shit happens in canon. And Iruka's basically like, ouch, and Naruto definitely got played. And the same shit's happening. Mizuki's talking down to fucking Iruka. And mind you, Mizuki's giving this long ass villain speech. I mean 10 hours long speech. So Naruto just sitting here like within 10 minutes of it, he's sitting here like, alright, so I'm gonna open up the scroll for a bit longer. So he opens the scroll more, and he's just like, and that speech is still going on. So he's like, okay, so water style, lightning style, and then he's just like reading them off. He's like, water, 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 fire. Nope, no fire. Don't know earth. lightning, lightning, wind, maybe wind. I don't know. So after about, I would say 3 hours of that long ass speech, Uruka's sitting here like, Uruka's pretty much, he's like, and what do you think of that, Uruka? Uruka was damn near asleep. He was like, huh? What? Yo, I got stabbed in the back and you think I'm not gonna fall asleep? Bro, I'm dying from blood loss. I don't know how the hell I'm still alive. Me just luring the hands basically like, I need you for a plot device. So after that, Naruto basically like, practiced the hand signs, didn't do the jutsu. But, and then he, fucking, what's his name? Naruto, like, Mizuki would be like, okay, it's time to die, Iruka. Pulls out a kunai. In that moment, Naruto would drop down and do hand signs. He'd be like, water style, water wall. And just hit this nigga with like a huge water wall, keeping up against a tree. And in that, he'd be like, huh, okay, so that works. And then he'd do hand signs for a lightning style emotion wave and just electrocute the fuck out of Mizuki on that tree. And that's how that ends. Mizuki heavily electrocuted and caught. So, yeah, that's how that ends. Uruka does the same thing as usual, and actually more impressed that Naruto was able to do like a B rank jutsu. I mean, a B rank and C rank jutsu back to back, which is kind of weird, but he says fuck it. He was like, and then you realize that it was 3 hours, and he was probably off in the forest somewhere, probably just practicing the hand signs. So that being said, gives Naruto the headband, but like, all right, welcome to me again in Ninja Naruto. So, how long ago was it? Wasn't it next day that they got the? No, it was like week, I think. So, was it a day? I'm gonna just say a week, so I can give them more time. So, actually, yeah, about a week, Pat. I mean, during that week that Naruto first becomes a ninja, he does the same shit as usual: ramen. You actually think I'm gonna make him eat healthier? Kuruma isn't telling this nigga shit. And by the way, if you're wondering what Naruto's last name is, it's Uchiha. I, what? Oh my gosh, I did not just say that. If you're wondering what Naruto's last name is, it's Uchiha. I'm like, I legit slammed my head against the wall for a second. I was like, what? Who? And then, like, my mind buffered for a second. I was like, oh, wait a second. I fucked that up. His last name is Uzumaki, like usual. I bet you someone in the comments is about to be like, what, nigga? Excuse me? And I was just gonna be like, what? What'd I say? You said Uchiha. This nigga is a mixture of two Genjutsu clans that hate each other? I mean, I ain't never say that. Puts the exact timestamp in. I listen to it. I'm like, that's bullshit. You misheard it. So, yeah. Let me not say Uchiha again. No, let me not say Naruto Uchiha, because I don't know why the fuck that popped into my head. That's a terrible idea. Watch, someone's gonna do that shit and then somehow, like, it will make no sense, but everyone will just love that shit because it's a big fucking what ifer. Big, like, oh, I'm like 4K, you fucking what ifer. I know how to do shit, not listen to my fucking audience. Huh. That shit is a garbage fucking excuse for a what if. Huh. I'm not doing that shit. Fuck that. If it makes no sense, I'm not doing it. Naruto Uchiha? Really, nigga? You really think I'm about to say that? Naruto Uchiha. Really, nigga? What's the number? So, a week passes. He's practicing more water style, and he learns, like, water style, water prison. He can't learn the hidden mist jutsu because that's a hidden mist thing. Shark bomb. He doesn't know Water Dragon because Water Dragon is a move, and that takes a lot of fucking hand signs. I mean, he can learn it, but it takes a long time to do. So he'll be sitting there for like 2 minutes hitting hand signs. He's not fucking Shippuden Kakashi that hits hand signs instantly. So he's just sitting there and he's just chilling and practicing his ninjutsu. So, and he gets the inkling feeling, he's like, oh, okay. So after practicing this shit near the river, let me go off and do my own thing, not knowing that he kind of figured like he doesn't feel like Hinata's watching because yes, Hinata is in the Sakura, but she was like in the area and she just watched over him. She was like, oh okay. So he's just chilling. He goes to walk off, and he sees like because he got hungry. He sees like a lunch made for him, and there was no note on it. He's like, "Huh? Where'd this food come from?" And then he's like grabs it and he says, "Well, mine now." He sees like rice balls. Really, rice balls. If someone actually quotes me on that, that's an actual fucking Japanese food. You daft bitch. But rice balls. You know, traditional Japanese cuisine. And he eats it. He's like, okay, this is actually pretty good. Not knowing Hinata's like, eh. But I'm going to be the mask police. Huh, that's actually pretty funny. But yeah, besides that, I don't even know what else to say because like she'd be happy that she likes he likes her food. So so after eating it, he's like, okay, so I feel more energized, and he starts practicing his jutsu more, and he's getting better and better. And then he practices lightning, which she would be confused about. She's like, what the fuck? He knows lightning? That shit is hard to learn. No one in the Leaf really has it besides the Uchiha. And then she's like thinking like, is he Uchiha? And then she thinks like, there ain't no way. Him and Sasuke do not get along. And then she's like feeling her short hair because let me let y'all in on a little fact. She cut her hair the entire series to try and get Naruto's attention and let him know that I don't like Sasuke. I like you. Naruto never picked up on that. He probably no. He never picked up on it actually. Cause I'm pretty sure if he did, he would have been like, "Oh, what's good?" I mean, he would have been like friends with Hinata, which it should have been like that. But I'm not doing that because I'm gonna just let it be canon. Besides, a couple off-screen things. So that would happen, and like Hinata would be called back, and she'd go back to the. Sorry, I had to yawn there, but she'd go back to her compound. Naruto go back to his apartment. Keep forgetting that you can't yeah. Hear me out. The third Hokage really did shit on Naruto. He like it was to the point where I was like, it was like I'm thinking about it now. He really did shit on Naruto. He said, "I'm gonna look over your son." Who's that kid right there? The kid that's holding the strongest fucking tail beast in the world. So that shit would happen, and yeah, Naruto would do his thing, and next day, they're going for the teams. And the teams that are assigned, which, because I'm chasing canon, because I do not like Sakura, and and for anyone who wants to say, like, oh, Sakura could be useful, I can enforce it. I'm not enforcing no one to do shit. And let me tell you why. For the people who are claiming that, oh, and it's mainly the girls, like, not putting the people, like, the girls who watch my videos under direct fire, because a lot of y'all get why we call Sakura useless. But for the people out there who says, oh, Sakura isn't useless, let me tell you why everyone thinks she's useless and calls her useless. She did nothing for the first part of the anime besides being a plot device, and that's regular, and that's base Naruto. And then this. Listen, here's the thing: the first arc, she was useless, ribbed on Naruto. Second arc, ribbed on Naruto, and then like before the Sasuke thing, she ribbed on Naruto for being an orphan when Sasuke's an orphan too, and this when Naruto and Sasuke started fucking with each other. And then after that, we just talk about the Sasuke retrieval arc. She gets pissed at him for borderline dying and saying that he couldn't bring Sasuke back. Neji was about to crack her shit open, and Naruto held it back like, nah, it's good. Let me tell you something. If any nigga, any man on earth, it had any self-respect, Naruto had too much self-control there. You want to know how? Any man on earth, after borderline dying, barely could stand and walk, All your friends pretty much died. The strongest, like the most gifted genin in the village went and tried to save his own life, and he failed. Borderline depressed, and you want to talk about you failed, and you didn't do anything but bitch and moan about it? Amen in that universe, because I'm talking this universe specifically. In real life, would have slapped the dog shit out of you. Would have slapped the dog shit out of you, and no one would have batted any mind to that shit. Even me, as bad as it seems, I'm not gonna bat any mind to that shit. Cause you're getting on his case about failing. You didn't do shit that entire fucking arc but cry. All these niggas went out and damn near went into the field and said, damn, I'm gonna die to try and get this nigga back. You, fuck it. Just straight up fuck it. All them niggas caught bodies that day, except for Kiba. Kiba got lucky because he was kind of too strong, but he held him off long enough. Neji caught a body. Choji caught a body. Rock Lee almost caught a body for one. Not matter of fact, Rock Lee almost got bodied. Like all of them borderline died. I'm not even hearing it. So yeah, all of that. So I'm gonna get off the whole Sakura subject. So the team is Sasuke, Hinata, and fucking Naruto, which really shocked people because she was like, "Huh? Hinata didn't like. Why is he not in there?" And he said, "Well, let's see. He pulls out a paper. Hinata had the best grades in the class. Sasuke had the best grades in the class. Naruto had the worst." And Sakura was like, "Huh? What?" And then she was like, "But I was supposed to be on Sasuke's team." Every girl was saying that. Iruka basically looked up like, just blinking at them. He's like, "Do I look like I give a fuck? Do I look like I give a fuck? Like, actually, do I?" Like, and then he puts the paper down. He was like, "Tell me, how many fucks do I give about your feelings? Bitch, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I look like I care?" And then he's just looking at all of them. He's like, "I'm waiting." And then he's like, "Exactly." So basically that goes off, and then like every girl is mad at Hinata, and Hinata just doesn't give a fuck. Like she legit looks at them and she's like, like they obviously can tell like she don't like Sasuke, and it's like whatever to her. So it's like, so yeah, so that team is assembled. She's kind of happy. She's low key happy. My phone's going off for no reason. Naruto's sitting here like, okay, so I'm on the team with Sasuke. This will be interesting. Hinata's sitting here like, wait a second. And then she's like thinking deep off in thought. She's like, okay, so wherever the hell Naruto is, I'm pretty sure he's like a mixture of two clans, but he's Uzumaki, Hyuga, and Uchiha. We're the three great clans of the Leaf. And she's like, and she's looking at her mind, and like everything goes off. So another week passes because I forget. Matter of fact, was it a week or a day? So a week passes. They're the last team to leave the building because the same show happened. No, the same shit wouldn't happen in canon because Naruto wouldn't do the whole eraser thing on Kakashi. So they'd all be sitting there waiting, with Naruto talking to Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata basically talking. Well, Hinata like talking more than usual because she's starting to come out her shell, seeing that she's on a team with the dude she likes. And Sasuke is like whatever about the whole thing because he's still on that edgy bullshit. Like, I gotta avenge my clan. So, alright, my bad. I had to yawn. So she's like, I had to. He's like, I had to avenge my clan on that same bullshit. So after doing that whole spiel, I said Itachi comes. Yeah, Itachi just comes the fuck back in. It's like, what's good, little nigga? I'm back for my first round. And like, what? But so like what? So fucking so. I was about to say Itachi comes in. Sasuke, fucking Sasuke comes in. Really? How does Sasuke come in when he's already in the room? Unless, nope, not making that joke. That joke is already dead in the water. See, this shit's getting to me already. This toxic ass community. But yeah, Itachi. Why do I keep thinking of Itachi? As soon as I say a character's name, I always think of him. What the fuck? So, really, really, I was about to say no. So Kakashi comes in the room, and he is said doing like, "Oh, I hate all of you." He's like, "Oh, okay." They're sitting there waiting patiently, weirdly, but sure. And the eraser doesn't fall in his head because he sees like Naruto, like Hinata and Sasuke. He's like, okay, so this must be my team. So he was like, okay, come with me. And, I mean, no, he does the introduction. He's like, all right, we'll meet tomorrow at this time. Does the same shit as canon, as in late shows after a long ass time. So, in that time period, all of them were talking, same bullshit like usual. D strike. And they say that's a defensive quirk. I said defensive quirk. And they say that's a defensive perk. That shit is offensive as hell. Anyway, so with that being said, um, they meet at this spot and they're just talking now. Well, they're talking a little bit because they're still waiting for Kakashi, not knowing it'll take them like 12,000 years to get there. So they're just chatting it up a little bit more, and yeah, so Hinata's basically telling them like, okay, so like her name and what her ambition is, and she's keeping like the whole Naruto thing away from Naruto. She's like, I just want to be like stronger to lead my clan. Sasuke's like, huh, okay. Naruto's like, okay, that makes sense because she is like the main branch. Sasuke basically says like, I'm here to avenge my brother, yada yada, and like Hinata and them are like, that's not a good idea, but sure, let's go with that. And Naruto's like, oh, to be Okage, obviously, we have all heard of this. Be the best ninja ever and form my own ninja way. Which is completely fucking obvious. Who inboxed me? Everyone y'all can... I just don't listen. What? Who the fuck is that? Uh... One sec, cause I'm just typing something out. Alright, now I'm back. So... uh... Hmm. So, yeah, so I'm gonna say this, yada yada. Ita- Kakashi appears. I'm not even gonna get on myself about that shit anymore. Kakashi appears, says, okay, so after listening to your ambitions, you got some pretty good ones. I'm gonna say this. She said, I mean, Kakashi says, okay, so, um, you, let's see, you two make sense, Naruto and Hinata. I like your ambitions, Sasuke. You are going down the wrong fucking path. You don't go down a path of revenge to get your shit back. You try to reinvent your fucking clan. Don't try to avenge it. Make sure restart your clan. Because Kakashi doesn't even know like why Itachi did it, but he did it. But he's basically telling him like, don't go on that revenge shit. That shit is no good. Like that shit really isn't gonna go down the right path. Not Sasuke letting it fall on deaf ears. She's like, whatever. And Itachi, and I was about to say Itachi, and fucking Kakashi is like, you really can't help these fucking kids. I mean, this fucking kid. So basically they go off and do the same shit like usual, and basically gets to the training field and they're like, okay, so bell test. So with the bell test happening, uh, basically he says, okay, two you get to eat, one of you don't. So and with the bell test, like Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata are like, okay, so like they don't formulate it. They just like they kind of formulate a plan. No, actually they don't. They're like jump off, and he's like ready to go, and they all jump off into the tree line. Well, Naruto does, and then he basically like after speaking to Hinata for a bit, and Sasuke basically doing his own thing. He's like, I don't need a team. I can do this shit myself. So Naruto basically tells Hinata like, hey, wait for me to wait for my signal, and you can do what you're gonna do. And you know everything's like that. So Naruto walks out and he activates his eyes. And Sasuke, I say Sasuke, and Kakashi's like, what the fuck? And then gets caught in a genjutsu, which is basically, let me read this off. Because as much as I hate to read this shit off, as soon as my thing wants to load, let's see. Is a genjutsu casting abilities either makes physical skin contact with the target or meeting each other's gaze, upon which hypnosis, yada yada yada, deep interaction of minds to extract information, would give the user ability to manipulate iron, or accurately any liquid high enough iron can manipulate blood and living. What? You can manipulate the fucking blood within a living being? Excuse the fuck out of me? That is some, like, that's some broken shit. So, yeah, let's not talk about that. So, I'm not gonna do the iron thing, because that iron thing is kind of broken right now. So, he meets Kakashi's gaze, and they're like, what the, and Kakashi's in a Genjutsu, he's like, what the fuck? And matter of fact, Kakashi thinks like, okay, his eyes are weird, and then he like prepares his Sharingan, and basically like he's like, oh okay, closes the book, and basically gets his hands out, ready to fight. So with that like happening, not knowing he's in the Genjutsu, he sees Naruto like rush forward, and he's basically doing the same shit as Canon. Teleports. I said teleports. Log 1,000 years of death. Naruto's in the water, and he's looking stupid. But in actuality, what is happening is after catching Kakashi in a Genjutsu, Hinata runs over and hits him with it hits Kakashi with 64 palms, shutting off Kakashi's chakra and then ending the Genjutsu. And Kakashi's on the ground with Naruto and Hinata giving each other a high five and taking both the bells, while Sasuke's looking there, is in the tree line, looking pretty fucking stupid because he didn't communicate. So Kakashi just huh, well, I wasn't expecting that. Good work, you two, actually. You two actually used teamwork. But where's your third teammate? And Naruto says, he's in the tree line, waiting for us to do something, and then react after it. And then Kakashi stands up. He's like, okay, so I know that this is gonna go. You two pass, Sasuke, you fucking fail. And he was like, what? How? And then he was like, well, obviously, you didn't use teamwork. And these two clearly did. You didn't communicate with your team. You ain't move with them. You didn't even be a part of the conversation. You just sat there in a fucking tree. And then threw a kunai at the tree, knocking Sasuke down. So after that whole exchange happens, actually, yeah. After that whole thing happens, well, nothing else would really happen besides Sasuke being tied to a tree and looking pretty stupid while Naruto and Hinata eat. And then Naruto just gives Sasuke some food. He's like, "Here, who knows what we're up against now?" And Naruto gives Yeah, Naruto gets Sasuke. Some people are like, who knows what we're up against? So here you go. Hinata's like, oh, okay. I'm good. Kind of glad I brought a third thing then, so we can have extra. So after having extra, they feed Sasuke, even though Kakashi said especially not to usually. And then he's like, okay, so I guess you two definitely pass. Sasuke, dude, you need to step your fucking game up. And Sasuke basically giving that like look, like yeah, whatever. And that's the end of this fucking session because I don't feel like doing the whole mist arc because yeah, not many people would know about this clan, and I'm kind of glad about it because this shit is actually fucking original. Besides people being like, oh, people being like, oh, okay, like whatever. So if another one pops up of this clan, you can tell that it's clearly my shit. But yeah, I'm after that piece, and yeah, I'm not doing another video today.